Hello everyone, I am a Alaskan nymph and this is Attained SMP. How did I get here, you ask? I shall tell you in the form of a poem. I punched some wood, I mined some stone, then mined some coal, explored the home of some monsters and some ore. I explored a little more, then sheared some sheep and made a bed I didn't keep exploring then, for this is such a perfect place in which to build my home base. Great poem, isn't it? Let's make a farm. It can go over here for now. On this server, there are events. And the one coming up is a build battle. And I have lots of dark oak and granite, and I can get some more gray blocks. And I've got these in case I need to make little eyeballs. But I would like to have more variety, so I'm gonna go collect some sand and gravel and craft up some dye for myself with lots of flowers, so I can use concrete in case a need for color arises. I'll also be on the lookout for any materials I want to build myself a little structure in here. Let's see what I can do about this dye situation. These are the flowers I have. Oxeye daisy makes light gray, dandelion makes yellow, cornflower makes blue, rose makes red, and lilac makes magenta. Since I have blue and red, I can make purple, and I have yellow and red, which means I can make orange, and with blue and white, I can make light blue, so I've got a good amount of options with these many flowers. Now I gotta make sure I have enough dye of each kind. This is my only cornflower, so now I'm gonna go try to find more. Oh, and how could I forget cocoa pods? These make brown dye. I didn't find any cornflowers as they only grow in plains biomes, so I decided I could use lapis lazuli instead. It's mining time. Oh hey! Is that a lush cave I see? I knew there was one under this forest, I didn't know it extended this far. Whoa, and it expands into a whole cavern. That's amazing. Just trying to run through and light everything up. Here's the lush cave. An axolotl! Oh, here's a spore blossom too. Give me that. That was a lucrative little detour. I'll keep continuing down though. Hey, look at that. Lapis. And iron. It always surprises me to relearn that you can mine lapis with a stone pickaxe, but you can. And you've always been able to. I think I'll call this mining mission there for today. I'll make myself some more armor, considering we are in hard difficulty and I've already almost died to mobs several times. There we go, all geared up. Let's head back up. I'd say that's about as prepped as I'm gonna be for a build competition. So let's clean up my area and see what I can do with it. I'm gonna go get jungle wood. I made myself a wonderful little workshop area with that jungle wood I cut down. I have a ceiling over a cart and a table with my stone cutter and some barrels and chests thrown around. My smelting area is a campfire and a stylized furnace, and it's a very simple, yet very cute, little base. Then it was time to head on over to spawn for the build battle. I was feeling confident and ready to go. The materials I had were dark oak wood, deep slate, and concrete, with several dye colors for it. But I was kind of tired of building houses, and I wanted to go for a bit of an organic shape, so I decided I could make a tree. This was going to be difficult without leaves, of course, but I figured if I could use my red, yellow, and orange dye with my concrete correctly, I could make a sort of fall-time themed tree. This is also my first time ever using replay mod, so forgive me for it looking a little funny. You can see Tabad's house going up there in the background. He was the only other person building when I actually made it to spawn, and by the end we only had 3 entries. The only other time I've built a tree this large before was for a realm on Bedrock Edition. I made it mostly out of acacia wood and tuff, and then I gave it cherry leaves before there were cherry leaves, which meant a lot of pink glazed terracotta, a lot of pink concrete powder, and pink glass. If I had had the materials, the things I would have liked to add to this tree would have been glass and wool of the same color as the leaves. I would have given myself more time to make the leaves look nicer. I used some concrete and deep slate for shading, and Tabad suggested that I use dark oak fences instead of my tiled deep slate, which did end up looking much better because the tiled deep slate was a little bit too blue up against the warm brown tones. And here's my finished product. I call it Nymph's Fall Time Firecracker Tree due to its explosion-like appearance. It won the contest, and as my reward, I created a rule against killing me. Then I thought about how I needed to make that rule in the first place, and I thought about how there were only 3 submissions for a build contest, one of which was mostly a joke. And I thought about how these guys like to make teams and fight each other, and they're very PvP oriented. And I'm just kind of a chill builder on the side. So this is the one and only Attained SMP video, and I'm leaving them with my firecracker tree, and I'm leaving with knowledge of how to use replay mods, so it's a pretty win-win situation, I think. I hope to see you back in Skyblock Land, and maybe a new kind of video coming soon. Soon by my standards.